Welcome to the Success Sensei podcast for anyone interested in success, happiness, and balance. We'll teach you how to be a black belt at life. And now, your host, former professional fighter, multiple world champion, entrepreneur, and investor, Robert Devane.
Bowing in. This is Robert Devane, the Success Sensei, helping you to win at life one kick and punch at a time. Episode 349. Satisfied being dissatisfied.
It's the Success Sensei podcast main event.
Satisfied being dissatisfied. You're going to have to get used to being comfortable about feeling uncomfortable. You're going to have to be happy about sometimes being unhappy. You're going to have to make peace with feeling frustrated. You're going to have to be satisfied to feel dissatisfied. So you'll have to be satisfied with the feeling of dissatisfaction. All of those things that I'm describing now is going to help you to become more successful. You need to be dissatisfied with being satisfied. You need to be satisfied with feeling dissatisfied. Have I lost you yet? Hopefully I haven't. So to proceed forward, to move forward, you have to want more. You have to want to experience more. You have to want to have more. You have to want to be more. That comes with a feeling of dissatisfaction. If you are completely satisfied, would you strive as hard? Would you strive at all if you were feeling completely satisfied in your bubble, in your comfort zone, not wanting to push forward, not wanting anything else? Then you have no driver. That is it. That's end game. You're not going to try to grow. It's going to be a hell of a lot harder. You need a dissatisfaction. I'm not talking about a sadness or a deep unhappiness, but you have to give in to the idea that someday you will be completely satisfied if or until you are quite happy with not progressing forward. And the facts of the matter are this: even if you are retired, even if you are finished your main career, you will still have hopes, dreams, aspirations, goals, hobbies, ideas, plans. So therefore, you will always want more. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely fine to want more. It's absolutely fine as long as it's, in a healthy way. I'm hoping as you're listening to this, you do yourself, within yourself, understand what's a healthy wanting more and what's an unhealthy wanting more. So I might not necessarily be talking about things. It could be wanting more for yourself, wanting more growth, wanting more intelligence, wanting more experiences. So therefore, it comes from a place of dissatisfaction. You have to not try to eliminate dissatisfaction from your life. You actually have to lean in, embrace it. You have to fall in love with the fact that you're going to have you're going to need a mild, or maybe not so mild, a level of frustration and a level of stress and a level of dissatisfaction that is manageable for you and aids you to move forward. Maybe you haven't thought of it like that before. Maybe you thought that there was going to be a holy grail. It'll be a time where you're completely satisfied. When you're completely satisfied, you're a goner. Your ambition is gone. Your motivation is gone. Where's your motivation if you were completely satisfied? There was nothing more you wanted for yourself or in your life, or for, even to attain, to help those around you. What would happen if you were completely satisfied, completely happy? No, and happiness, this is the thing that we're talking about. That might sound strange that I'm saying to you that happiness isn't the goal, but it isn't the goal. Number one, it's a false goal. You're not going to achieve it. If you do achieve it, it's temporary. The downs make the ups worthwhile. I mean, this is life. This is the story of being a human being. There's ups and there's downs, and you can't, experience one without the other. Obviously, you hope that there's more ups than downs, but even worrying about having more ups than downs is cutting yourself short. You are the person that you are today. You are in the position that you're in. You've learned all the lessons that you've learned, all the experience that you've gotten. More than likely came more from the downs, came more from the hardship than from the ups. The ups were the reward. So you have to be satisfied to strive. Now, don't misunderstand me. You can be happy and still strive for more. You can be happy but not satisfied. You can be happy and still want to experience more. Oh, I forgot to put it on airplane mode again. I'm going to do that now. Right, sorry for the interruption. You can be happy, overall happy, and still, be dissatisfied with certain aspects, or still have a hunger for more. And that's what we're talking about. You can, in fact, when you're happiest, you generally have the confidence to strive for more, to go out of the comfort zone, to put yourself under a level of stress, to accept a little bit more frustration, dissatisfaction into your life in order to strive more, ultimately knowing that your default mode is happy. Again, I hope I haven't lost you, but you need to be satisfied that you're always going to have a level of dissatisfaction. You need to be happy that you're always going to have a level of unhappiness. You need to be comfortable with the fact that you're always going to have a level of discomfort. In fact, you should seek out a level of discomfort. Discomfort equals growth. Discomfort equals progress, the opportunity to grow, to evolve, to succeed. And as I briefly mentioned, not just for yourself, for those around you. Some of the goals you'll undertake is to improve your family situation or the situation of your loved ones, or to improve yourself so that you're more effective for your loved ones. Whatever the motivation is, you will have to make peace with the fact that it's not always negative. These things that majority of people are trying to avoid, they're avoiding of discomfort. We've all done it. Of course we've done it. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it. But it's to do with your mindset and to reframe that way of thinking. That avoiding of discomfort, avoiding of stress, avoiding of frustration, avoiding of dissatisfaction isn't the way forward. In fact, the opposite. Now, not to the point where you're so stressed, you're so frustrated, you're so dissatisfied that you can't stand yourself, and you've now crossed over the point to such a point where you're disillusioned and you don't even want to try anymore, and you're thinking, what's the point to all of it? You've gone too far once you've gone into that mindset. But you do need a level of stimulus to get yourself going, to keep yourself going, to keep what you have, and to improve upon that. You do need a level of dissatisfaction. So stop thinking that dissatisfaction is wrong. Stop thinking that it's something to avoid or something to eliminate. Embrace it. Enjoy it. That's a strange one. Can you enjoy a level of dissatisfaction? Yeah, that's your driver. That's what's going to bring you on. An obstacle is there to be conquered. It's there to be overcome, whether it's around it, through it, underneath it, over it, whatever. An obstacle is there to be achieved, to be beaten. And it's the same with that dissatisfaction. It's the same with your frustration. It's the same with your stress. If you're being honest to yourself, if you're a goal achieving person and you're being honest with yourself, you need a level of stress and frustration and dissatisfaction and unhappiness in your life to get through each day, to make you get up each day, to strive, to feel like you're progressing and to force you to progress. So if you think of it in that way, if you think of it in those terms, maybe you'll have a better relationship with dissatisfaction, discomfort, unhappiness, all of these things that we thought we had to avoid, not necessarily. How do you feel about that? Are you a bit more positive about your negativeness? Are you a bit more positive about your dissatisfaction or where you are and the opportunity to succeed and to move forward? Message me anytime. Thank you for listening. I'm Robert Devane, the Success Sensei. Life is a fight you can enjoy and win. Bowing out.
This has been the Success Sensei, fighting the winning fight. So add us, subscribe, like, and comment. Keep those hands up and keep moving forward.